So you guys know when you're learning chess, when you're studying chess principle, they say don't push your pawns in front of your king because it gives you a weak king. Typically, people would be correct, but the beautiful thing about chess is that there are exceptions to positions, and those are the positions we love. Those are the reasons we play chess. A good chess player learns chess principles. A great chess player learns when to break those chess principles. And that is what we're going to be delving into today. So this is the position. It's black to move. I'm going to yap a little bit while you think of your candidate moves. They say think of 3 moves before you start calculating. So give it a go. So this position, it gave me a little bit of a headache because I try to see as far as possible, calculate the whole line, not one move at a time. But it's a good headache. You know, when you study chess, you get a headache. You're like, wow, this is what my brain is supposed to feel like. I'm thinking, right? It's not like, duh, like everybody. Yo, when you're out in public, everybody is always on their phone. Like, I know it's like an old person thing to say, but it just keeps getting worse. I swear, guys, people do not look up. They're going to have these arched backs when they get older, and it's going to just not be a good look. It's just not a good look. So try to use your brain. I know brain rot is fun. I'm trying to mix the two together. And this is what we got. We got our camera back. Let me know how I could improve this setup. But we're going to start talking about some chess. Who's still with me? Hopefully some of you. So what is white's worst placed piece? The worst placed piece is this queen. It's kind of out of the game. Right? If this bishop wasn't here, maybe there'd be rook h5 stuff. But this queen doesn't have a lot of squares to go to. So you might be like, oh, this is so easy. The first move is g5, and you would be correct. So nice job. But did you get the whole line? We shall see. Where does this queen go? Right, and these knights are connected. They're nice and beautiful. This knight guards this. This rook guards this. This bishop is eyeing in on g2. All future plans. Where do you think this queen should go? Well, it goes to h3. Some of you might be like, why not h6? Let's talk about it. Why not h6? The reason not h6 is the queen is just going to get trapped. Cut the scope of the bishop. It's just no bueno. So queen to h3, white intends, or does rather, save the queen. What now? What now? A lot of people might think pawn to e5, maybe to go bishop to c8. It's just not good enough. Yes, it kicks the knight, but arguably it kicks the knight to a better square. And nothing is trapped here. And then white starts getting momentum, and then you might have a weak king because you didn't use the momentum to your favor. So what should black do after queen h3? g4. Don't push pawns in front of your king. Stop talking. Don't listen to those people. This is one of those positions where you do push pawns in front of your king. So pawn to g4. All right. What does white do? White should not go queen h4. Do you see why? Well, rook to h5 traps it. I love knights. This is like a perfect example of why I love knights. Quite literally, my favorite piece. Look at this. They cover such odd squares. That's what it is. Like, they cover such odd squares, and this is a good squares that are odd to cover. So white should not go queen h4. What should white do? Well, of course, white should take. Now, let's not put the move on the board. How do you continue? Losing the g-pawn can be to black's benefit if you play correctly. Let's think about how. Knight takes bishop. Queen takes check. Rook to g5. Very good. Holding on to the queen. So some people might say, oh, like knight g5. But then look at this line. Would you rather have a knight here or a rook here? I think we would all agree we would rather have a rook here. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Takes, check, rook g5, boom. All right. Where does this queen go? Well, it can't go queen h4, right? Because takes, check. Takes queen. What about queen e2? Why is queen e2 a blunder? There's 2 possible moves. They're the same idea. Rook takes g2, knight to c3. Doesn't really matter so much what move order you play in, but you see takes, check here. It's just a good position. In fact, it's a checkmate, right? They can't take. Why not? Because of the check, and boom and bam and checkmate. So that's nice for black if white goes queen e2. So what does white do? I'm clicking arrows like I inputted it. I didn't input it. I just inputted the board, but I know all of this. It's all up here. Good headaches. So queen h3 is what we get. Now what? Is this the position? Yes, this is the position. There's many good moves here. Black elects to go king to h8. Fine. Fine. Could have gone e5 because now he's covering f5, but king h8 is where he went. His idea is, okay, I lost the g-pawn. The way I benefit from losing the g-pawn is to build up on g2. And then white goes f3. Very interesting move. Do you ignore it or do you buy it? Well, black ignored it, and it is the only place or only thing for black to do. They call this a brilliant move, by the way. That they do. Now, for the life of me, I do not know why white did not take. He played g4. White absolutely should take. And you go down this forced line, which even if you think you're losing, you have to play it because black only has a queen and a bishop. You have so many pieces. So if white is able to untangle, then white can actually win the game, right? You'd get like e5, the knight goes somewhere. The knight doesn't go there, knight goes to b5. And then there's just a lot of ways to play. I don't know, who would you rather have, black or white in this position? Tough, very tough. That is why the computer wanted e5, because it gave black winning chances. This would elect to draw the game, but white went g4, and we're going to talk about it. What do you do after g4? Well, what black did is he went rook to g6. You might be like, rook to g... Well, the knight cannot get taken now because of this, obviously. And what's the point of rook to g6? Well, the point is to bring the knight to g5, to take the pawn on f3. And yeah, he was super focused on this pawn chain, and granted, he got rid of the pawn chain. Okay, he can't take, well, yeah, he's just losing. You could see that. So he just wanted to get rid of the base of the pawn chain, that is the pawn on f3. So we get rook to g6, and then white actually does take the knight. He's losing, but every puzzle has an end, and we are nearing that end. He goes king h1. Guys, like, I respect you. I'll let you checkmate me. But find the move that made white resign on the next move. It is beautiful. Some people might think queen a8, and that's fine. But look at this. Queen h4. Disgusting. The queen is trapped. Might be like, the queen is trapped. That's a queen trade. That is not a queen trade. That is a checkmate. Can you find it? Bishop takes knight. Rook takes. Rook g1. Check and mate. So very cool position. You guys know I like to look at positions like these sometimes. We'll get back onto game review. Let me know a video idea. We got our camera back. I got my overseas trip planned. Doing all this stuff that doesn't apply to any of you. Nobody cares. It's okay. We're getting things done. We're back on track. Glad to be back. Thank you as always for watching. I'm going to see you sooner than you guys think. Peace. Boom.